Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. This video is just a little video on how I get organized for pharmacy school.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love.
Tomorrow's my first day of school, so I just wanted to record and show you guys like how I get my quarter started. And I am paperless. I'm a paperless student. Well, really not by choice. It's just because my school doesn't have a lot of printers and printers that work for us. So I use my iPad to get ready for school, and I have the iPad Pro, and that's what I use to take my notes on. That's what I use to really pretty much do everything. So first and foremost, what I like to do is like download all of my syllabi, whatever the correct terminology is, and then get them on my planner. Get them on here so then I can have them. So I have already done that, so I can't really show you guys that process, but I like to go through my syllabus and write down all of my dates for my tests and like assignments in my planner, because it just keeps me organized, and I like to have it done prior to the semester starting, quarter starting, because I just like to be organized. It just helps me. So I do have one syllabus that I download that I can go through and show you guys, and I'm pretty much like color coordinating and all that because it just looks better to me. And then after this, I'll show you guys like how I have like a dry erase board like calendar, and I usually write down like that month and like a test that's coming up just so I can visually see it. Let me show you guys. So that's my calendar that I use, and clearly this is August and we're in September, so we gotta fix that. So I'm just gonna do like one little class for you guys, and then just show you what it looks like, so you guys can see how I do it. And then I should have been prepared. I haven't been in school for like 3 months because I've been on my rotations, if you've been watching my videos. So I kind of like literally just tossed everything and just left it there. So I'm gonna get out my little, what are these called, Papermate flares, and this is what I use to write like stuff down in my planners so that they can be all nice. And when I used to write notes on paper, I used to use these. And sometimes I still love to write my notes on paper. It just depends on how I'm feeling, if I'm getting bored with my iPad or if I'm getting bored with Quizlet, because I used to use Quizlet last quarter. And this is completely off topic, not getting organized, but how I study in pharmacy school is literally, it changes every quarter. I feel like how I studied first, second, third, fourth is not the same how I studied all the way throughout. It's not the same. So I have 6 classes. I'm taking biostats, I'm taking ANS, which is autonomics, I'm taking GI and hepatic therapeutics, I am taking pharmacokinetics part 2, I have an elective which is substance abuse, addiction, and recovery, and we have a leadership class. And pretty much we're in class from 8 to like 2 o'clock, which is kind of like, or 8 to 3 on some days, and then Wednesdays we don't get out of class till 4. But that is like a blessing, because our first year we had lab, and like we literally didn't get out of class pretty much every day till like 4. We'd have lab like twice a week. It is just so amazing that we get to not have lab this quarter. So moving right along, let me see if I can show you guys my syllabus. First off, I need to turn it up because you all can't see. Okay, so this is what my course calendar looks like for our syllabus. So where we have recitation and exams, I'm gonna write all of that down. And so for anybody who doesn't know what recitation is, that is when we go over like a case study for that particular class. So our integrated sequence class, which like combines everything, you'll have a med chem, you'll have therapeutics, and something else like combined all in the class. But anyways, you'll go to recitation, and what you've learned, you will apply it to that case study and see how you would treat your patient. Okay, so we're gonna start with ANS, which is autonomics, and I've heard that this class is pretty challenging, but you know, I don't let that kind of stuff intimidate me because the God that I serve is awesome, so I ain't scared. Okay, so this part of the calendar, I write the dates here too, so I can see it like in a bigger picture. And then I also write it within the calendar, within the planner, so that I'll have that there too. And before I get sidetracked, there's one syllabus that wasn't available, and that was my biostats. So I'm going to see if she was so gracious to post it, and yeah, it's not here. So let me see if my leadership class was posted. Okay, and let me show you, I can show you guys what our Brightspace looks like so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So this is like pretty much like our how we have a syllabus, and then you have your course resources, and then each week we have a different, like, you know, tab so that we can have access to like our different stuff. And like, what is, I think I've said several times, what's pretty frustrating about this is like, I remember in undergrad we had access to a lot of our stuff way in advance, whereas like in this program we don't get it usually until like the week of, or like before. I don't know why that kind of like bothers me, but I would prefer to have my information like way ahead of time. Okay, stop talking, Dorothea, and we are going to use this teal green for our first one. So I have a recitation on Wednesday, and our recitations are always on Wednesdays. Well, this quarter, I feel like last quarter we had them more, but anyways, it's on Wednesday the 18th, and this one is going to be for ANS. So I'm gonna write that down. So y'all, like, I hate when the little things are right here because it messes up my handwriting, so I can't really write neat. It really drives me insane. Okay, so ANS recitation, then we have I'm done writing my stuff just in the big part of my planner, so then I'll go back and I'll write it in the inside of the calendar so I can see it day by day. And it kind of looks like we have a lot more recitations for autonomics than we do for GI, because that's pretty much all I was writing, which is pretty interesting. But I'm really like excited for this quarter because we're finally getting into what really matters as a pharmacist, and not really like, you know, the little stuff that we've been doing. Like, I mean, I guess, like, you know, you have to have good fundamentals and stuff, but to me, a lot of the classes should have been probably taken as prerequisites instead of in class. But whatever, I've already came over that hurdle, so there's no point in like dwelling on that. But I'm done with that, so I'm just not gonna show you guys me writing in my planner, doing all that. What's next? Okay, so they have posted some of our slides, so let me see if I can set y'all up so y'all can see how I do this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to download my slides, and then I'm gonna save them as a PDF, so that way they can transfer over to my iPad like a lot better. So just for example, oh, this is a PK. Okay, so I just do PK, and this is aminoglycosides. And I'm going to download, and I'm going to open with PowerPoint. And this is my new computer, so I got to go through all of this, turn on whatever, start using PowerPoint. Okay, and then I'm going to save it as a PDF, and it just makes it easier because in Notability with my iPad, it is going to be quite annoying if I don't do it this way. So actually I want to save it as a, you know what, okay, so first things first, I need to create a folder because that's just kind of like how I like to do things. So new folder, and then this is going to be quarter 6. Ooh. Okay, so that's not what I was trying to do. So I'm trying to click on this because I do not like this little Q6, and then I'm going to put all my classes in here real quick because I just like being able to save stuff in the right folder. And I know this isn't the most ideal setup, y'all, so but hopefully it'll help y'all just visualize a little bit about what I'm doing, okay? And help y'all life out a little bit. So, but, and did I say biostates? I said biostats. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. Biostats. My next class is, what is my next class? ANS. Y'all, my nails are so long, like I can't even type. ANS. Just gonna do save it to the desktop so it's easier, and I'm gonna export it. Okay, so then I'm going to go to my desktop, and if you know from my other videos how much I love Nipsey, okay, like he'll be everywhere on here. So I'm gonna save this in my quarter 6 folder, and I'm gonna save it into, what class is this? PK2. Okay. So then I'm going to share this. I'm going to airdrop it to my iPad. I mean, I know this is like kind of like a lot of steps, but like it just has to happen this way because if not, things just don't work properly for me in school. So Dorothea's iPad is going to come up. and I'm gonna accept. And the reason why I do this, like, okay, so first off, I'm thankful that they even posted this ahead of time, because when you try and do this when you're in school, like, our internet just does not work in school. Like, it's so slow and it's stupid. And so nobody wants to really be in class about to start, and then you're just now getting your, you know, your notes. So let me show you guys what I'm doing over here on this one. So again, I got it. So let me go back so I can show y'all. So it came through like this, and then I'm going to create a new note. And then so in the corner over here, it says ANS, but that's not where I want to save it. I want to save it to PK. And so I've already created little tabs. So Kinetics 2, and I'm going to import, and then it'll load. And so see, like, it'll load like nicely like this. Whereas sometimes if you don't save it as a PDF, it'll load and like it'll have words all discombobulated and not in the right place. So it is best that you save it as a PDF. And for anybody that has Notability and you want to save your notes and you're wondering like why they look weird or whatever, try save one as a PDF, and usually 9 times out of 10 it's gonna work. So also I can show you guys like the little folders that I created. So within Notability, I have different, if it'll focus. Okay, nobody has time for this camera. Okay, well, let's see. There we go. So you see I have quarter 3, I have quarter 4 all A's, and then quarter 6 my motivation, no BS, all A's. So I have all my different classes within here, and that's how I take my notes. Let me see if I can go show y'all some of my notes from quarter 4. Like, okay, PK. Let me show y'all some of my PK notes. Final, extra. I wonder if I took notes on here. But you see, this is how I take notes in class. Like, I'll just write alongside the notes, so that like while the teacher's going over stuff, like I can follow along. And I usually make Quizlets based off of like these PowerPoints, but this quarter I honestly don't know if I'm gonna do that, because like some of our stuff, like let me go see, I think infectious disease, and I'm pretty sure this is for most pharmacy schools, like we had a PowerPoint slide and they're usually like 100, 200, like ridiculous. They're ridiculously long. So it's no way you can really like be time efficient and make a Quizlet and still get in as much as you need to get studying. So that's just a little bit of what I do. I really have to clean off this board and put, like, I'm gonna change it to September, and then I'm gonna put, you know, my dates and stuff up here. So I'll like film that like once I get done. But I just wanted to get on here and show you how it organized. So the first thing I do is write down all my dates inside of my planner, and so I can visually see when I have assignments coming up. And then prior to the day, hopefully our school will release them, but I'll download all my PowerPoints and then I'll put them on my iPad, so then I can be ready for the day. And so that's pretty much it. Like, I always carry my iPad and my computer with me, typically because we usually have a quiz or a test or something, and we use ExamSoft on our computer, so we don't take paper tests. I'm pretty sure this is probably normal for a lot of people now at this point, but I'm trying to get into like a positive mode mindset for school, because I feel like I've been on a break for a long time and I just don't feel like I had enough break. Like, I'm just not ready yet. So I'm going to carry my book bag, and I don't know if people are really interested in my book bag, but I literally don't carry anything. I carry my iPad, my computer, I carry my pencil case, and then like my pencil, and we have a calculator that we have to use, and it's the only one that's approved for a test, and it's like TI 30 or something. I carry all my chargers, I carry hand sanitizer and lotion, you know, the usual. I carry headphones, And then I carry a personal heater because when I say it is brick cold in that classroom, it is so cold. And we're moving classrooms this quarter, so it's even colder in the upperclassmen's classroom, whatever. And it's so wild that now, like, we are upperclassmen, because for so long I feel like we've been like the underdogs. Like, we've just been, you know, first year pharmacy students. And so it's so crazy that we're in our, according to my school, it's first year, second year, third year, so we're in our second year. But I think in comparison to like a 4-year program, we'd probably be like third year students right now. But anyways, I hope this little video helped you just a little bit, and I hope that, you know, if you have any questions, you just let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna start my first week vlog. Have a good one.
Let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me